Hey folks, it's Charlie here with another Charlie in the Rain interview. And if you all follow along, if you all have been seeing what I'm doing, you know I love a good Queensland-based talent. I love the local artists, and I'm sitting down today with an artist who I'm so excited to chat with. We keep putting off this chat, but we're finally scheduled in the time. I am obsessed. Sometimes you'll find an artist and it's like whenever you listen to the music or you see them live, they've just got this glow about them. The artist I'm chatting with today has that glow. I'm obsessed with her. It's the gorgeous Chelsea Costar. How are you doing today?
I am great. How are you, Charlie?
I am doing so well. I'm so excited to chat because we're at such an exciting time for you. You've got a song coming out. Oh, life is so good. This is such a great time.
I'm so excited.
Yes, but if anyone's tuning in and they're new to your music, they've been dabbling for a while and they want to know more about you, can you give us the Chelsea Costa rundown? Who are you? What are you doing? What do we need to know to be part of your world?
Well, I'm Chelsea Costar. I'm a Brisbane-based indie folk stargirl, as it says in the name, obviously. And I feel like I bring a sort of sad girl meets like anxious but excited and, looking at the little parts in life rather than just all the big moments. And I think all of that's really beautiful, and I really like to write about all of that.
Mm. Yeah, it's that slice of like suburbia that gets so like swept up in the big crazy music industry, but it's such
Yes,
a heartfelt thing. I love it.
definitely. Yeah, I think there's something about being able to, you know, snap up those little moments that you wouldn't always think, oh, I should write a song about this.
Mm.
And then you do.
Yeah. And I love like as a fan having those songs because you put them on and it's like, this is the exact experience I'm feeling right now. Like how did the songwriter know?
How did they know? How did they just get it?
Yes, well, as we're speaking right now, you've just released your new single, Maybe Just Maybe, is out everywhere now. This is such a gorgeous song. Can you tell us a little bit about this track?
Thank you. I wrote Maybe Just Maybe in early 2024. I had gotten out of an old relationship the year before, and I was sort of not really looking for anything in particular. And I ended up meeting this very, very lovely person who I fell in love with very, very fast. And I wrote this song just around our first date. And because I like really wasn't sure about where I was going with my love life, I guess it did feel like a gamble. And so like the gambling metaphor just came so easy. And I think it's a very witty look at love and being a sort of anxious lover too. And it's also just fun.
Yeah, I love that sort of like representation because it's a Valentine's Day release. It's all like a loved up time of year. And it's like there's always those over commercialized, like big grandeur moments of like confident love and just like, like those rich sort of like love story Taylor Swift vibes. And to have a song that like this, it's like it's speaking to a sort of different experience, but in the same vein
Yeah.
with the anxiousness. I love it. It's such a gorgeous take.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it came so easily, and I'm still so proud of writing it. I think that, I have a little like mental podium of like my favorite songs I've written, and that one's definitely up there because I think it's always so fun to play along with the band as well.
Mm. Yeah, how does it feel to take a love song, take something that's so like personal to you and your experiences, and then bring that to a band and be like, hey, like we're singing a love song. We're bringing this all to a vibe, bringing it to a crowd, playing it live. How does it feel to take that personal story through these different phases and share them with more people?
I think for this one it felt just really easy again. My band, like we're all friends, and it's so easy to work with them as well. And I think I let them take a lot of creative liberty because I have a lot of faith in them as musicians, and I think they really understand what I'm going for without needing like a huge like this is what to do, this is where we're going. And I think that's a really beautiful part of the journey for me. And I always feel quite comfortable saying like, hey, here's, this new song, let's go through it. And I think there were certain parts that really fell into place, or like other parts that we went, oh, is that gonna like translate well? For example, like the ending of the song I'd written, there's like some really hard cut like guitar strums, and we're like, how are we going to, you know, really translate this into a band setting? And it just ended up working, and it's such a, you know, climactic point to end a song on. And it's also just really fun. And then also, I guess, bringing it to an audience. I mean, I find a lot of joy in sharing like what I have to say and what I write about and the emotions I feel, because I think obviously what we do as songwriters is that we resonate with other people. So it can be a little scary at the start, but then I think getting into it and being able to share that and seeing people's faces and like almost working out the lyrics and like hearing it for the first time is such a cool experience. Because like it's one thing to have a conversation with someone, it's a whole different thing to have a song and show that to someone, and I think that's really awesome.
Yeah, I love it. I can't wait to see you live again. I think when I saw you live last time, I'm pretty certain it was just you as a solo set. So I'm excited to see you with a band.
Yeah, it's really fun. I think we find a lot of joy in playing together, which is great.
Yes. Oh, we're gonna revisit that band point and seeing you live in a moment. But I'd love to just ask, with maybe coming out, with it being a Valentine's Day release, I'd love to ask what you would recommend is the ideal listening experience. Whether it's like the first listen, the 100th listen, whether someone's got it on repeat. What are the vibes? Where are we? What are we doing? Set the scene for us.
Well, I think we should be at the Pokies. No, I'm kidding. Gosh, that's such a good question to think about. Ooh. Really, anywhere, honestly. I think it's a nice one to have like your morning coffee too. Or maybe a cheeky little beverage by the bar. I think it gets a little like, even though it's a bit of an anxious, like hopeful love song, there's a bit of that like sultry, like, you know, flair to it, I think. And I think, you know, maybe a margarita, maybe someone you love, whether that be platonically or romantically. A bit of fun.
I love it. I love songs where it's like you can have that moment of introspect. Like you can sit down and think about it and be like, wow, like I'm really seen, or I feel this, like I'm in this situation, or I can see myself there. And then you can be like, okay, we thought about it. We're having fun now. We're living it out.
Exactly. So it's like you can think about it in the fact that like, you know, it's falling in love and you're taking a gamble with your heart, but also we're talking about gambling. It's funny. I think it's really like just fun and lighthearted to sort of put such a unserious metaphor on something quite serious. And I think, yeah, I really like that idea of playfulness in songwriting too, which is why I also love this song so much.
Oh, I adore it. And it's so clear to... Okay, the birds are chiming in. They adore it as well. But it's so clear to see with this track, with the lead up to it, you have dived headfirst into the aesthetics. You're very like aesthetic heavy with a lot of your music and your art. Like you really commit to it, and it's such like a fun thing to see from the fan perspective. But you've gone in, you've like, we've got the gambling metaphors. What was that you did? You had like the little like scratch it cards.
This was Sunday. And we'd just been to Talabudra, and it was beautiful, needed that after Laneway. And we just had lunch, and I saw that there was like a quick stop, like a, you know, convenience store, and I was like, this is funny. Grabbed like 8 $1 scratchies, and I was like, wow. And then I realized, this would be a really funny thing to make a video out of. And then I just kept winning. I was like, this is great. This is perfect.
Yes, it was a manifestation. They knew.
They knew. The content gods and the scratchies gods knew that I had to win.
I love it. It's just, you've dived into it. You've embraced the aesthetics. what leads up to sort of this? Like with this song, maybe, just maybe, did you sit down and be like, I'm gonna build the world? You look at the lyrics you've written and be like, yes, okay, we're diving into gambling, we're diving into this, the Valentine's Day release, all this stuff. Or did it kind of just fall into place? Is it kind of just like you're just an aesthetic person and it's part of you?
I really appreciate that you've picked up on this, because I think I am definitely the sort of person who spends a lot of time thinking about, like, yeah, the world of a song and the world of, like, you know, a sort of artist brand, so to say. And I think it's almost in between having the curated and also it just falling into place. So, like, for example, for the music video that's to come out, my outfit was purely like thrifted months beforehand, and I went, oh, that's perfect. But then I got really meticulous with, I collaged onto playing cards and made them my own, and they're all, if you see them close up, a lot of them are quite relevant to the song. Like, I think the Queen of Hearts might be in reference to me, and I put specific like dictionary like definitions and stuff like that. And I think I do get really into making sure there's this sort of extra musical content to use, because I think a song on its own can be amazing and beautiful, but I really enjoy, you know, going that like extra bit and sort of fleshing it out more and having these references to play with. And I found it really fun because this song I've really been focused on a lot of handmade stuff, so like the cards, and I've been doing a lot of handmade merch, and I'm just really excited about all of it. I think I love using my hands and doing things and getting creative, and I think this is a really good way to do it because it's productive and it's fun.
Yeah, I'm so obsessed with it, but that's a lot of like the type of fan I am. I was raised in the Taylor Swift school of fandom, where it's like everything has Easter eggs and everything can be so interconnected. And when you see an indie artist like out there on their own, putting in the work to have all these like little Easter eggs, little moments, weaving a whole world. Like, you're not just releasing a song, you've got a whole world. I love it. It turns on the little fan thing in my brain. I'm like, I'm gonna get so invested.
Oh, I'm so glad. That makes me so happy. Because I think it's such a thing that like you put a lot of time and effort into. And then when it is noticed, it just feels so good. Because you're like, oh, I actually did that. Like, wow, that's really cool. And I think it's a bit of like self-reflection that, yeah, it's really fun to get in and do these sorts of things to sort of, build that world and get really into it.
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited to like see everyone catch on. I'm a sucker for like, you read the Instagram comments, you're like, well, yes, other people are feeling the same thing. You see the community come out and embrace the song. I can't wait for that moment.
Oh, I'm really excited.
Yes, and you mentioned the music video. Can we maybe hear a little bit more about that? What's the video about? Tell us a little bit about what it was like making it. Yeah, let us know.
So the music video, it's a bit of not really a narrative music video. That's not the sort of person I am. It's very just like vibe based, and I think it just sort of gives you something to sort of, I guess, tap into, because obviously it's such a visual side, and I think it really brings out, you know, that warmth / darkness that the song sort of brings. And we had a lot of fun making it. We actually filmed in Black Bear Lodge, in like the back area where like the bar is, and on the bar, and actually near the stage too. Pretty much the whole place. But I worked with a longtime friend, Harry Abbott, who I met just before we all started uni. And it's really nice to work with him because we're such good friends. So it's so easy to sort of get into ideas and get into, I guess, acting out the song. So it just feels very natural. And then we also had the darling Phoebe LeBrock from Social State / Real Feels, who is just a darling, also so amazing to work with. and then my good friend Jaden, who did a lot of the behind the scenes. And it was just such a fun night, and I think my whole vibe was like, oh, I want to roll around on the carpet.
I love Black Bear Lodge. I feel like I've seen you perform at Black Bear Lodge, so I'm very excited.
Yes, that was it.
Yes, I'm so excited to like see this result. I'm so excited to then go back into Black Bear Lodge and be like, yes, I know what this was.
That's the rug she rolled around on.
Yes, I'll be like, these are the vibes now. Nothing will ever be the same.
I was even up on the bar. Thank you, Happy Horseman, for having me.
Not sponsored, but it could be.
Not sponsored, but could be. Offers open.
Oh, and thinking of live shows, thinking of our gorgeous Fortitude Valley area, you've got a little launch show coming up. It's in about a week, so if you're watching this as this interview is coming out, grab your tickets, call in sick to work if you're like me and already have a work roster. But yes, I'm so excited to at least see the videos or hopefully be able to tag along to this show. Can you tell us a little bit about your upcoming show?
I'm really excited. We've got our usual band set up and a few newer or like, I guess, more fleshed out songs as well to show, which I'm really, really, really excited about. I've been in a real writing and developing sort of mode lately with the song coming out and sort of needing like another thing to like, I guess, keep the ball rolling because I can't always just think about the admin. So that's really exciting. Lots of alternate tunings if that's something that people are into. Always love a cheeky Joni Mitchell or Adrian Lenker stolen tuning. And we have the lovely Vincent Bell opening, who's actually my housemate, Annie, and her band, as well as the Sterling Cannon, who are such an amazing band as well. And I think it's sure to be a really beautiful lineup, and I'm so excited to see both of those bands play and also to play myself. And I have a bunch of little things planned, like merch and I guess set design wise, for lack of a better term, which I guess you will also have to see if you were there. Yeah, I'm just really excited. It's my first gig of the, first proper gig of the year, and I think it's sure to be a really beautiful night.
Yes, oh, I love that there's still like the aesthetics that you've been working on maybe coming through in that set design. I love world building. I love how you've done this.
I just really, really enjoy getting into that world building, but also just arts and crafts. I love getting in and having an outlet that isn't just music. I think that's really fun, and then to be able to sort of like mesh those two worlds together is really cool. And I just love DIY in general.
Yes, I've been in like a major like scrapbooking phase, and I'm collecting junk mail catalogs, and I harbor over them. I'm gonna cut them all out, cut out every letter and every design. So I'm feeling this DIY vibe.
Yes. No, I've been like really just invested in sort of doing things myself, and I find a lot of fun in it. Like, I did the gig poster actually as a lino print. Mind you, pretty much the first time I've ever done lino printing, because I'm the sort of person who, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Ambitious to a fault at times. So it was frustrating. I definitely have some scars to show for it. Did absolutely stab myself one day. But I think I had a lot of fun learning a new process and then being able to have something to show for it that's so tangible. And then I've been able to like make it into stickers and pins. Like, that's a sticker.
Gorgeous. Wait, so that whole design,
yes.
Like the whole, I love it.
This whole thing is basically like, the only thing I didn't make's the paper.
Gosh, I love that.
I find it a lot of fun. Like, sure, you can outsource and there's nothing wrong with that, but I have a certain thing about just doing things and learning new skills. I think I also like to occupy myself with things that aren't my screen, which makes arts and crafts so great.
Yeah, I'm in that very like anti-screen sort of feeling lately. I feel like a lot of the world is sort of turning that way, but
Yes.
I've just been turning to books.
2026 is like the analog year, and I'm really feeling that. And I think that's also part of what sort of pushed me towards doing all of this.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so obsessed with that. Literally today, I was like, I could sit on my phone, I could sit on my computer and do assignment work. But I'm like, no, I read a whole book and I'm like, this is great. This is better than anything else.
Yeah. It's so great. Like, just before this, I was actually in my dining room ironing shirts to print, because I also decided that I was going to do DIY merch. There's the ambitious to a fault part, because it's tedious, but I like learning and I like doing things, so it'll be all good in the long run.
And also, as someone who owns like way too many merch shirts to even be counted, having that like handmade, the DIY like screen printed or like embroidered, whatever it is, the DIY unique merch, it's so much more special. I adore it.
And I think it's really coming back, I guess. I think just in general in the Imagine music scene, DIY has such a special place, and I think it grows more and more in its own different ways, whether that be DIY shows, DIY merch, self-produced stuff. And I find that really amazing to look into, because I think like I said, outsourcing, it's, there's nothing wrong with it. You're playing a gig at a venue, nothing wrong with it. But being able to have the ability to do things yourself and share that with people, I think is really, really special, because it's like we're already making the music. Can also go that extra step and, have a bit of fun. Challenge yourself a little. I've definitely been challenged by this DIY process, but I like it.
Yes, I love it. And it's a very like significant thing about our local music community. I can't really speak to what's going on in other states, but it enriches the community so much. You walk around, you see people with their DIY shirts. Gosh, I can't speak. You see like gig posters at my university at Kelvin Grove QUT. There are DIY gig posters everywhere all the time. And it's just like, it makes the community feel so much more closer and intimate and connected. It's such a special thing.
No, it is. I think, there's definitely the specialness and I think a bit of whimsy to DIY what have yous. And like I said, it's so special. And I love seeing it. I like seeing what people can do, because it's like, obviously, I admire a lot of people for the music that they make and the art that they make. And then I think it's really fun to see people use other skills and strengths and, everything else. I think it's really fun.
Something that really like comes to the forefront of my mind when thinking about like the local Meanjin music community and how interconnected and how like personal it all is that we have, in my humble opinion as a local music enjoyer, some of the best and most underrated like indie folk, like female singer-songwriters in the whole country, just in our little local scene. Honestly, like you do a run around, we've got people like yourself, people like Serendipity, Ari Isabella, you just like everywhere you look, you've got the most gorgeous like singer-songwriters, like you're all young, you're all out here making the best music. And I just love running around and seeing all these people. I don't know what we need to do to get that indie folk renaissance in Australia to properly appreciate you all, but it's such a magical thing to have you all here in this one community, all like playing shows together, working on similar lineups. It's such a treat.
It is. It's so nice. And I think there's such a nice cozy corner where we've got like this indie folk scene, because I feel like it's not like, you know, the forefront, but it's a nice little tucked away, like almost, you know, subculture, for lack of better words, in the sort of community, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely something I'm really interested in seeing where it goes, because I genuinely mean it, you'll take over my playlist. It's crazy. And I'm like, who do we call? Do we get Triple J to come over and be like, we have the people you need? I don't know.
We have the girls.
We have the girls. We've got the girls making like the sad girl, introspective, like heartfelt music. You're getting in those aesthetics. It's my favorite little community. I need to get out to more of your shows. I need to like submerge myself in that.
I think it's such a great genre. I mean, obviously I'm going to say that, but I think there's something very important about what I guess indie folk brings to the table, because I think there's some really awesome instrumentals that you can get into that are quite unconventional. Like, I'm such a sucker for like a lap steel or a pedal steel, or, you know, a mandolin, mandola, but, you know, all of those sort of things. And I think then you've got this massive like introspective poetic lyricism that you can get from indie folk that you don't always get in another genre. And I think I also see that from a perspective of having my own project, but also being in a band that's very different. So I think I see the stark contrast a lot more often and very clearly.
Yeah, you're out here living like the Hannah Montana, but cooler and like Meanjin-based life, and I love it for you.
No, it's really fun. It's kind of interesting being able to like flip-flop between the two, because some people ask, like, I've been asked if it's hard to go between the two projects, but I find it quite easy, I think, because of the differences. Like, I'll write a song and it feels very much like one way or another. I'm like, this couldn't, you know, just sit in between.
Yeah, that's such an interesting thing as well. Like, with, how do I say this? You've created such a rich and identifiable, like on a local scale, but like artist project for yourself. Whenever I'm seeing like heavy like star motifs and like thinking about music, I'm like, I know where I'm going. Or like, you know, like now the gambling motif with this song, every gambling motif took me back to Hope D's Addict, and now it's going to be taking me over to your music as well. And it's like, you've created such like, you left such an indent on the scene through your project as Chelsea Costar, but then you've also got you've got the area to like, what's the word? You've got like that musical area to just like let it all out, step into like a different role. Yeah, how is that balance like for you when you're going into modes like writing and creating?
I think for the most part, when I sit down to songwrite, it's usually always my solo stuff. Because a lot of the time when writing with Strayfold, we do write together for the, like it'll often be a jam, or someone will bring, you know, something to the table and it gets, you know, fleshed out all together. And sometimes it's, you know, brought home as homework for me to like write lyrics to, but often it feels very natural and like flow state for the Strayfold stuff, since it is a very, very collaborative and intuitive almost approach to how we write together. Whereas my solo stuff, I think I mull over things a lot more with that, because I think I am also a lot more tedious when it comes to that. And I think, well, it's also just me. I don't have anyone to then be like, hey, what should I do here? Because usually when I write a song, I will have it, you know, at least 75% done before I bring it to Jerry, Ruby and James. And I think then we get into that collaborative sort of experience, and I have like, you know, reference tracks and whatnot, and I'm like, oh, you know, I want you to hit a Beach Baby by Bon Iver on the lead guitar. And I find that really fun as well. because I sort of see that like using references in both projects, because whereas in my project it's sort of like, oh, I have these artists and these sort of albums, these songs, these vibes that I sort of like already have embedded in me, but then I sort of use as, I guess a syllabus for the others, and it's quite easy for them to get it. Like James is in Hicktown Barnaby, quite like a folkier, rockier situation, and Ruby's a lover of indie folk as well, and then Jerry's just a mastermind when it comes to working these things out. And that also feels very intuitive between us, that it's like, oh, one of them will do something, we also just have a real good way of communicating between us. And then when it comes with Strayfold, I think with having 6 people writing songs together, you get these like millions of different sparks that all end up meshing really well together. And I think it's a funny thing to look at those songs and see little bits.
Oh, I love it. I love having I love seeing when people have all those creative outlets. I yearn for that many creative outlets. I just get it out there.
It's a lot, but it is also very fun to be able to, dabble. Because as much as it's a lot of work, I think it's, for me, really important. Like I said about the arts and crafts, I think for me it's really important to have these 2 projects that live quite separately, where like one I'm able to get really deep and emotional and light, airy, you know, those sort of things, whereas Strayfold very like a lot darker. And I did a lot of like classical voice training when I was in like primary school, high school, and so both projects use it, but like being able to then like, you know, belt stuff out in Strayfold's really fun, because I don't know, you don't often have too much belting on the indie folk side of things. There might be if you see one of the new songs at the single launch, though.
Okay,
I just find it really fun.
If that wasn't already, like, if you weren't already sold, come along. Yes. Well, I'd love to ask them, as someone who's so creatively minded, you've got all these different endeavors, you're doing all these different things. How can fans of Chelsea Costar, of Strayfold, of literally like anything in your world best support you with the release of maybe, just maybe, in general? How can we best support you?
I try and be quite proactive about my Bandcamp. So all of my tracks are there, and especially with the mass crisis of streaming services and how bad they are for artists and people in general, being able to support me on my Bandcamp is really important. I have all my tracks there, my merch there. There will be more there to come. Triple J Unearthed, always a great place for reviews and a bit of love. And the gig on February 20th.
Yes, okay, I love it. I feel like Bandcamp is something, as much as I see it like quite well utilized by a lot of local musicians, there's so many more where I'm like, just upload your stuff, like please give us the option.
A lot of people are aware of it, but then maybe don't use it to its full potential almost. I think there's a lot you can do with it, and I mean, I appreciate firsthand, you know, the financial of, oh, I've got to pay for a song now, bringing me back to like iTunes days. But I think that's also really important, because music is it's a fun place to be in, but it can also be harrowing as an independent artist. So I think if people have, you know, the means to support via Bandcamp, it is a great option.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially for things like singles, where it's like you'll hand over $20 to $30 on average for a CD, $40 to $60 maybe for a vinyl, all depending on how it's made, who made it, all that stuff. But when it comes to like handing over a couple of dollars for a single, people are like, oh, no, I'll just listen to it for free on Spotify. Oh, I'll just pirate it. It's like, it makes no sense.
What? Hey guys, you pay for everything else.
Yeah, it's like, This is literally just like, it's the fragment of the album. Just think you're buying an album one by one.
Yeah. And I'm including digital downloads with all merch purchases. So that's also an easy way to support me is through merch.
Yes, get those digital downloads. Have the song physically there.
Exactly.
Yeah, I saw like a recent TikTok. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Amy Wooler, who's based in like Victoria.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, made a TikTok about a Calvin Harris song, like of all things. And he changed it on streaming. Like he took out a feature artist's vocals or something. And she's like, oh, what the heck? And it's like, see, if you had a digital download, you'd have that
It'd
copy.
be immortalized. That's so interesting. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah. Oh, I don't really care for Calvin Harris, so I didn't look too deeply into it. But I was like, that's such a weird thing. I'd be so upset if I was a fan of that.
Imagine that's your favorite verse and it's just gone.
Just wiped from the internet forever, and there's only like 3 people with the download.
Oh God. That'd ruin me.
Oh, but we're talking about favorite songs, we're talking about favorite verses. One of my absolute favorite things to do is to hear who the artists I'm listening to are listening to. So I'd love to ask if we could maybe hear about some of the Aussie artists and the Aussie tunes you have been loving lately.
Ooh. Okay, local artists that I've been loving lately. I've been really loving Dirty Harry. Kat from Dirty Harry is such an icon. I love that woman. I've really been loving, not local, but Way Dynamic. So amazing. Saw them open for MJ Lenderman last year, and it was too good. Also, Ringlets from New Zealand, really amazing. My Darling Myra, too good, amazing. Gotta shout out EJ Wood, Ethan, he's also my producer and he's in Strayfold. What a king. Indigo Hugh, love so much.
Those artists you just mentioned are popping off at the moment. Like Myra just got like, what was it, like a PR package from a
I'm inspired. Like kombucha.
Yeah.
I want some. I'm inspired. I think I need to be.
Yes. That's like,
on this sort of grind.
That's the go-getter energy that I'm manifesting for. I like to still think it's the start of 2026 because in my head we're still at the beginning. That's the energy I'm manifesting.
Yes, definitely. I think that is such a cool sort of like and fun thing to get into. Because I think being silly is so in for 2026. Because look at the benefits you can reap by having a little bit of fun.
Yes, the world wants it. Like, you find your community, they will watch you, they will stand up for it.
Exactly. Silly will find its own silly, and that's what matters.
Yes, and like Ringlets you mentioned there, I saw them at they did the rounds at Big Sound. They were amazing, and then they were on the New Zealand like laneway lineup. Like, hello.
I wish they were on the Gold Coast one. They were great. I think Ringlets was possibly the band that I saw most at Big Sound last year.
Yeah, because they did the round.
Something that, hooked me in and had me absolutely wanting more. And I guess savouring the fact that they were here in Australia. And I think there's something really, really special about their songwriting. Time for Walkies.
Yeah.
Does that not say it all?
Oh, so obsessed. I love those pics. Thank you for sharing.
Of course.
Yes, and if you're watching this and you haven't already been giving a listen to everything coming out of the Chelsea Costar world, you released some singles last year as well. So there's a whole wealth of like recent tracks. Get into it, get your tickets. You are an absolute gem. I love your energy so much.
Aw, thank you. Same goes. This has been such a lovely chat. I love a chat that just, yeah, the back and forth just works so well, and it's great.
Yeah, no, thank you for making the time to chat.
Of course, you too.